So hi guys, we're here and this is your Passive Baller again for another edition of your NBA predictions. This is January 14 game day. We're down to the last game that we will be predicting. Um, this is San Antonio Spurs going up against Houston Rockets. Uh, before we start and before we proceed, for those who haven't subscribed yet on our channel, just click on the subscribe button below, and also include that bell logo so that you guys would be informed and notified as soon as we have a new video or new prediction uploaded. All right, so we all know and we all have heard about this huge news, that spread around the basketball world earlier, and that is James Harden being finally traded by his mother team, Houston Rockets, and it was a huge team involving four. I mean, it was a huge deal, huge trade involving four teams. Now, again, Houston Rockets would be receiving a lot of picks. I guess a total of like six picks or five to six picks, a total of. But aside from that, Houston would also be receiving, guess what? Victor Oladipo, Kuroks from the Brooklyn Nets, that white forward dude, Dante Exum from the Cleveland Cavaliers. So I guess this is a lot of people are saying that Houston lost on this, but we just can't force someone to play for us and to stay with us. If that person simply doesn't want to no more, right? So my take on this is that I think the Houston organization already did what they could, and James Harden really want to go, and so they had to let him go. And for me, this is a win-win for both James Harden and Houston Rockets. James Harden got what he wanted, which is to be released and join his brothers and friends there, KD and Kyrie. But at the same time, Houston got these guys who can make instant impact as soon as they suit up for them. Victor Oladipo is a point guard of Indiana Pacers, and we all know how successful Indiana Pacers is this season. Even last year, he is the leader of Indiana. He is a legit point guard. So, I guess Victor Oladipo is a good partner for John Wall. Um, he ain't the type who would really ask the balls so much. He would take the ball for sure. But he's more into facilitating rather than taking those shots. Unlike James Harden, right? So hopefully they can figure out. I'm talking about Houston. They can figure out a way on how to make John Wall and Victor Oladipo work together. Because if they would be able to do that, man, just imagine John Wall, Victor Oladipo. That's crazy, man. Plus, they have Exum as a backup. Although Exum is not available right now because of some injuries. Just imagine the backcourt that Houston would have. That's just crazy. Okay, so and we have Eric Gordon too. Oh man. So again, the backcourt of Houston, as soon as the injuries are gone, everyone's available, man. Just imagine the backcourt: John Wall, Victor Oladipo, Exum, Eric Gordon, Clemens, House. Oh man, it's crazy. All right, so they're going up against San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio Spurs, by the way, is having some injuries too. Let me take a look at this. By the way, for Houston Rockets, one moment here. For Houston Rockets, those who are out, confirmed out for this game, are Chris Clemens, Dante Exum, Daniel House, and Thomas. Those who are listed as day to day, or who could probably play, would be John Wall, Oladipo, Kuroks, and Eric Gordon. So we'll see. Now for San Antonio Spurs, Bates Diop is actually confirmed out for this game, and DeMar DeRozan is just listed as questionable for this game for for San Antonio, and of course Derek White, Weatherspoon, and Eubanks are all listed out for this game. This game would be held at San Antonio, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. San Antonio is expected to win, as the spread is given -6 towards the Spurs. So +6 is given to Houston Rockets. Um, this one's hard because obviously Houston Rockets have been messing up their performance. As we can take a look at the standings, Houston Rockets is down there at number 14 of the West, 3 wins and 6 losses. Man, crazy. While the San Antonio Spurs is somehow decent at number 8 with 6 wins and 5 losses. So they're just a bit inconsistent, but they're able to find wins. I'm talking about the Spurs. Right. So my pick on this would be Houston Rockets +6. Why? Because I think, and no disrespect to James Harden, but I think with the removal of James Harden away from their roster, that's gonna be a huge relief, because there have been a lot of stress in the locker room for sure, um, from the coaching staff towards the players. With James Harden being out, I think there would be more freedom for the other players to do what they need to do what they really can do. Because when James Harden was there, James Harden would still be James Harden. Whenever he goes inside the court, he would be asking the ball, and you got to give him the ball, because James Harden can actually score 30 points, 40 points anytime. So, but again, he might be ruining the game plan and all that. So we don't know. We don't know how stressful it was for the entire Houston Rockets organization when he was there still for those 9 games. But now that James Harden is out and they're a bit more free, there's less stress, and John Wall can be John Wall, and we'll see if Oladipo could play. If Oladipo could play, man, just imagine John Wall and Oladipo going 1-2 punch. That's just crazy. But let's take the plus just to make sure. So my suggestion for this would be Houston Rockets +6, and I'm hoping that this would be a start of Houston figuring things out, and Houston piling those wins so that they can still make it towards the playoffs. All right. So again, thank you for all those who have been supporting this channel. If you haven't also followed our Facebook page yet, there's a button there in our YouTube account. Just click on the button in the upper right. It says message me. Just click on that Facebook button. It'll bring you to our Facebook page. Just follow and like that page. It'll allow you to view and see all the videos and links that we have here in this channel. At the same time, it will allow you to send me messages or questions towards our messenger account. Okay. Enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy the rest of the night wherever you are. Peace out. Pass I love, and God bless.